Hi, welcome. My name is Angelina and you are watching my end of month review for the month of May, where we basically take a look at some of the K-pop comebacks and or debuts of the month and rank them using my super fancy tier ranking system, except for this month we're not ranking them. You want to know why? Because I got demonetized and it's depressing as hell, okay? Last time I tried to film this video, I literally just couldn't stop crying. So I hope you can understand I'm trying to take it easy for the next 30 days until I reapply for monetization. And it's like, yes, I want to continue making videos and continue like the momentum of my channel, but at the same time, I just lost my income. I just got taken away from me. I lost my channel members, and you know, it just puts everything into a different perspective, right? I hope you understand. I almost lost it today as well because not only do I have a mosquito bite on my face, I don't know if you can see it because I put the face filter on high, and if anyone mentions anything about that face filter, I swear to God. But also the weather is just getting so much more humid, and my foundation is just very glowy, and thusly pair the two together, and it's just a disgusting mess. So yeah, I also tried a new setup. Let me know what you think. I think I'm going to return this chair and get a smaller one because I feel like the chair is just so in your face and I just want you to see me for me. I want to get a smaller chair so you could just see me. I just want to be the center of everything, the center of the universe. I just need love right now. But I'm here. I literally told that's why it was like such a hard time. I literally told myself, you know, you have not missed an end of month review for like 3 years straight. Like not a single month have you missed. Not one. This is not going to be the month that you're going to miss. Granted, it's like 4 days late, but it's fine. It's still here. Emotional support. So if you're interested in this video, then please keep on watching. I wouldn't bother subscribing. I would put a timer for 25 days from now, and then I would subscribe. I have beef with YouTube right now, so I don't even feel like promoting myself, to be honest. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you would like to. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the ranking. First up, we have Sserafim with Unforgiven featuring Nile Rodgers. To me, it feels like I haven't posted in like a month already. And it's literally only been like a couple of days because I'm used to posting shorts every single day. And I haven't been. I've been slacking because I'm a little peeved. You know, one of my shorts literally has 200,000 views. I'm like, YouTube, after demonetizing me, you're going to push one of my shorts. I'm a little offended. Let's get back to the content. So I did a whole video about this comeback on its own, which you can feel free to check out. However, from what I understand, the featuring Nile Rodgers is basically the guitar part. And the song also features a sample from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is like an old Western film. Now, according to Sumvi, the song expresses the Sserafim's message of going down their own path instead of following society's rules. So we did have some cowboy themes, and I feel like a lot of people were comparing it to Itzy's Not Shy. However, that didn't really cross my mind because Itzy's Not Shy's cowboy theme was very specifically camp. Like, do you remember the styling? It was very iconic. Whereas the Seraphim's cowboy theme felt a lot darker. You know, they had more, you know, black cowboy outfits. It wasn't as camp, if that makes sense. And also, I didn't really think that they sounded similar, but let's listen to some snippets of them. So I'm just realizing how much I love this song again. Okay, maybe they do sound a little bit alike. I retract my statement. So I guess we could say the concepts are quite similar, but the vibes, I would say, are slightly different, despite also being similar. Anyways, but let me know what you think about that. So I was actually exposed to this song a lot. I did a lot of, you know, stage analysis / reviews on this. I made a lot of shorts of it, so I did end up hearing the song a lot. And usually, you know, sometimes that ends up in me having, well, sometimes, oh my God, I don't want to edit this too much. I'm like so annoyed. Sometimes that ends up in me falling in love with the song, whether that be forceful or not. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you listen to a song over and over and over again, you end up kind of liking it. However, in this case, I never once was like tempted even to download it. Like in theory, I think it's a fine song. I do appreciate the details of it a lot more after seeing their interview or like their Skype call with Nile Rodgers and him kind of explaining more of the background of it and hearing the actual sample and the actual instrumentals clearer in that Zoom call. So I think it's all fine and dandy. I just personally think I would have to skip it. Like Or no, not even skip it. I think I would put this into YG's Dungeon actually, because it's kind of not enough of the cowboy theme. Like, sure, they were dressed kind of fun. Oh, you know, it's kind of not fair to say that actually, because they literally like have a cowboy movie instrumental. But I wish that sample was just more in your face. Kind of like Ives After Like sample. Like, there's no escaping the vibe of that song. The vibe is very clearly, you know, within the chorus and everything. The sample in this felt so subtle that even after watching the Skype interview, after even hearing it explained, after hearing it isolated by itself, when I heard the song, the sample completely evaded my mind. Like, I didn't think of it. I didn't hear it really. It's only when you like stop and listen very closely when you're like, oh, I really love the addition of that, but it's not enough. I think it would have been so much fun if it were louder and in your face, kind of more along the lines of like Itzy's Not Shy, which was louder and in your face. However, I understand the want and need for a lot of groups to go these more minimalistic routes, these more low-key routes, because that's what I think 5th Gen is going to look like, very, you know, casual and approachable. And this is a way of doing something that's a little bit more in your face, but in a casual way. So I understand it. It's just what I would have preferred. I would have liked a little bit more yeehaw, if that makes sense. Full on country, full on old western. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm gonna have to put this song into YG's Dungeon actually. Moving on to aespa, who have blessed us with 2 new songs this month. I have a lot to say about aespa, but I'm gonna wait for our next episode with Sherry on Kpop Cancelled. I haven't discussed this with Sherry at all, but I already planned it in my head, which should be out on the 29th of June. If all goes well, it should be out on the 29th of June, and we can talk all my feelings about aespa, all my pent-up feelings about aespa. We will talk about it then. But for now, let's talk about the 2 songs that they have come out with this month, which include Welcome to My World featuring Nivus, as well as Spicy. So Welcome to My World is aespa's pre-release track off of their 3rd mini album. It's described as an alternative pop song with dreamy guitar riffs and magnificent orchestration in the second half. I think it was a really nice listen, to be honest. I feel like Ning Ning really carried this song. I love her vocal. I mean, they all sound really amazing in the song, to be honest. But every time I hear this song, every time I hear a snippet of this song, I keep thinking of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Willy Wonka song in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like, come with me and you'll see in a world of your imagination, which is actually nothing wrong with that. I think that's also a nice song, but like, I keep trying to sing 2 songs at once when I listen to it, so for me it's actually going to be a skip. But let's take a minute to talk about their title track, Spicy. So I got into a lot of trouble with Mize when I said aespa changed their concept for Spicy. Look me in the eye and tell me that songs like Black Mama, Next Level, Savage, or Girls are the same as Spicy. We had these badass cyberpunk concepts that suddenly changed into a slightly fluffy Y2K theme. Mize are gonna say that I'm stupid and it actually fits the storyline, so they didn't change the concept. But you can still be in the same storyline and change the concept of your song. So I don't know why we're fighting about this. You guys are always praising idols for their versatility, but then when someone points out a concept change, you're like, oh, actually, you're really weird to think that this is different from any other of their title tracks. Okay. So Spicy is described as a song with a powerful synth-based sounds and dynamic beats. So it's supposed to highlight their free-spirited and youthful nature, which I think it does a good job with the early 2000s nature of it. Did I say nature? How many times did I say nature? Moving on. However, it was definitely hate at first sight. I really didn't like Spicy. Nothing against the concept change inherently, I guess. I do personally prefer the AI cyberpunk sound, which they do maintain to some extent in the song, but it's just fluffier and I don't love it. And I know Mize are gonna point out there are other fluffier songs like Forever and Life's Too Short. Fair. Still don't like Spicy. You know, some parts of the song actually do sound like a Red Velvet song, and then other parts sound a little bit like an NCT song. Should I play the snippets that I'm thinking of? They see that I'm spicy. That's the part that I think sounds like Red Velvet, and then this part sounds like an NTC song. And now it did get stuck in my head quite a few times, and I did think like, oh, you know, maybe it's going to really grow on me, but it didn't ever really get to that point. But it was like this close. It was so close. So I won't write it off for the future, but for now, I really don't know where to put it. Like, I would put it in YG's Dungeon, but I don't really know what I would change about it. I don't know how to improve on it. It just skip it. I'm gonna skip it. Moving on to Triple S's subunit Krystal Eyes with their title track Cherry Talk from their EP Aesthetic. The music video is definitely very adorable. I love how they're like fairies floating on their phones. I don't know what these happy pills are, but give me some. Despite the cute music video, the sound just really not for me. It was quite mellow while actually simultaneously being a little bit busy. Which sounds a little weird to say, but that's how it felt. Which does seem a bit consistent with their debut as well. So I'm just thinking maybe this group sound isn't for me. Or maybe like many things in life, it will eventually grow on me. But for now, I'm gonna skip it. 17 had 2 title tracks as well. So we just came out of the month of what is before this month. I don't even remember what month we're in, to be honest. Point being, we just reviewed Super in the last month's review. And now we get to review FML from, of course, their album Fuck My Life. Or F*** My Life. This is a raw, emotional song about wanting to fight for your life amidst all the dispiriting hardships life throws your way. So you actually want to fight for your life despite the fact that life itself is screwing you over. That's mood. Despite this, I didn't really love the sound. It wasn't something that like wowed me or touched me necessarily. I listened to it and thought, yeah, you know, it exists. It exists respectfully. However, I really did like the music video. We had these callbacks, these references to The Truman Show, if you've ever seen that movie. And I first noticed it because I think he was Mingyu. His car was like in the middle of nowhere, essentially. And this studio light fell onto his car. And I was like, wait a minute. You know, I thought he ran into a pole or something in the middle of nowhere, which was weird. But no, it was the studio light that fell from the middle of nowhere. And I immediately thought of The Truman Show. And I actually watched The Truman Show not too long ago. I watched it pretty late in life. And I loved it. I thought it was really like symbolic and deep and shit. So I appreciated the references to The Truman Show within this music video. It was fun. But sound-wise, it was quite different from Super, which is fun, you know, when you have 2 title tracks, you get to mix it up a little bit, but I really did prefer Super. So for this one, it's also a skip. Oneus and Erase Me. Erase Me Now. I've been dying to talk about this song because the second gen vibes. We just took second gen vibes out of our tier list. It wouldn't have even went into second gen vibes anyways because I really, really, really love this song. But anyways, so Erase Me by Oneus from their 9th mini album of the same title, of the same name. So this is described as an emo pop genre song describing about erasing one's own painful memories of the past. So talk about melodramatic second gen. This is peak melodrama of second gen. You know, when they would wear very heavy eyeliner, talk about heartbreak while dancing in the rain and falling to their knees. And it had just like such an authentic retro sound, if that makes sense. Like the super heavy auto tune and the drama. I love the drama. That's what's missing from, well, maybe not necessarily missing. That's just what was very much present in second gen boy groups, is a lot of drama in their songs. And rather than being dramatic, I think third and fourth gen tend to prefer more looking cool and being cool, which is fair. But the overuse of autotune really made me feel so nostalgic. The intensity of the song was absolutely beautiful. I really like this song, guys. So actually, we're gonna put this into Big Booty Bop. And was this the first time Oneus? I feel like I'm having this slight memory of Oneus having made it to Big Booty Bop in the past, but I can't. Same Scent. Was Same Scent? Do you guys remember? Let me know in the comments if Same Scent made it to Big Booty Bop or if it was just like Cup of Milk. Because Same Scent was a really good... Oneus are actually really killing it recently. Despite... They've had some drama, right? I can never remember. Like something... I don't know what happened to one of their members, but they're still killing it regardless. Question. Should I chop all my hair off? Because it's really pissing me off. Like real question. Like maybe here. Wouldn't that would kind of be cute, right? And then by like the end of summer, it would have grown back. Probably. That's how hair works. We have another double title track to discuss. So i-dle with their tracks Allergy and Queendom from their 6th mini album, I Feel. So starting out with Allergy. So I've fully actually reviewed both songs in one video for you guys if you want to check it out. No, I'm not promoting videos anymore. Screw that. If you come across it, you come across it. But here's my review. But we did actually really talk about the storylines and everything. So if you are interested in that aspect of it, maybe you should check it out. But anyways, for the song specifically, you know, it has those fluffy early 2000s vibes. And I did say in the past, I'm getting a little more upset, more... I'm not super vibing with like 80s sound in particular. I would love more 90s specifically sounding songs. So I feel like that's what we're not really delving into. Early 2000s is getting overdone. It absolutely is getting overdone. We've been noticing it for a while now, but it's only really gaining its popularity now. And I have a feeling by the end of the year, I'm going to be so sick and tired of it, especially with 5th gen really taking a lot of inspiration from that. I think that's what they're gonna do. So Allergy, it's really not that bad. I didn't think to listen to it. Nothing special to me. What about the forgettable tier? So a lot of these songs could fit into the forgettable tier. Well, let's go back. Unforgiven. Unforgiven's definitely not forgettable. Cherry Talk, not forgettable for sure. FML, 17's FML, forgettable. Oh, we didn't go through that many songs. I'm switching FML to forgettable. We're adding forgettable, by the way, because I just want to. Allergy, definitely forgettable. Queencard, on the other hand, we have our second big booty bop this month. It was just so much fun. I really appreciated the fun nature of the song. Like, it just didn't take itself too seriously, which, doesn't mean that it's exempt from criticism. I've seen a lot of people criticize the song, and I'll admit I've been like looking at the criticism, like, you guys just like don't get it in your hearts. Like, open your hearts and you'll feel it. But truthfully, you can criticize whatever you want. But it's just so funny because it's really with Queencard that I've realized how polarizing I can be. And it's not that I didn't understand before. I just like have a new perspective of it. I'm not going to stop being polarizing because, again, you should be able to criticize whatever you want, like however you feel about a song. Like, it's your opinion, right? You're allowed to not like something. You're allowed to think something is cringy. You're allowed to think that something is inauthentic. And when it comes to inauthenticity and Queencard specifically, I think if I would have... That's the thing. I opened my heart to this song to just appreciate it as it is without thinking too much into it, because if you do think too much into it, nothing is authentic. But yeah, it's a conversation to be had if you want to have it, but fans are not willing to have that conversation. I've seen people say that this is inauthentic, and then hordes of fans coming to g-i-dle's defense saying, no, it actually is authentic, you're just stupid. But that shouldn't be the case. If someone says Queencard isn't authentic and you disagree with that, then disagree with it. Use your critical thinking skills to counteract that argument. At the end of the day, you can infer whatever you want about what Seon actually meant. Actually, it's super deep because she had this experience. Actually, it's super deep because she had that experience. But you don't know unless she says anything. That's the thing. You're inferring what it means, just like that person's inferring that it has no fucking meaning at all. And we're all allowed to infer things. At the end of the day, philosophy with Angelina. Anyways, I liked it. I really did like it. I loved the iconic lyrics, like, my boob and booty is hot, I'm twerking on the runway. Beautiful. Spoke to my core. So sue me. I've seen the wrath of Nevies who don't agree with certain critiques or whatever. As long as it's not towards me, I don't really care. I've seen people in my comments criticize the song and like 20 people are responding. I'm like, I literally can't help you in this moment. I'm so sorry. Like, I am the queen of getting ratio. There's nothing I can say that will make this better for you. My main point is you don't have to bully everyone into thinking exactly the same way as you. You just don't. Your opinion is not based in the absolute truth of this world, just like someone else's opinion isn't as well. Think of opinions as things that can be fluid. If you say one thing and someone counteracts that, maybe you end up agreeing with them. It doesn't have to be an end-all be-all. So yeah, big booty bop, however, I love Queencard. Queencard, I'm hot. My boob and booty's hot spotlight. Let's talk about Enhypen, whose comeback might have gone under the radar had it not been for K-netizens getting upset about the Bite Me choreography. Now, a lot of people are saying that Enhypen's Bite Me from the 4th mini album Dark Blood has 2nd gen vibes, but doesn't really. Just come kiss me in my neck. I think a little bit. A little bit. So this is described as a minimalistic and addictive pop genre song that showcases Enhypen's captivating vocals. The song tells the story of one young boy reuniting with his destined partner and realizing that the two are fated to be connected by blood. So of course we have a vampire theme here. How lovely. There's when have I ever heard a train? Okay. Back to the second gen vibes. Do I hear the second gen vibes? I think so, but just within the chorus. So just come kiss me and bite me. That part does feel second gen, and I associate second gen with vampire themes. If we think of 4 minutes, volume up, if we think of Janice, my boyfriend, was that a vampire theme? We'll consider it. It just feels like it. Those more darker vampire themes feel quite second gen, so I do see it. However, for the rest of the song, I feel like they tried mixing in this 4th gen sound into it, which isn't anything bad. It just ends up being a little bit of a roller coaster, if that makes sense. And I don't love that. I don't love that aspect. I feel like if you were gonna go for those second gen vibes, go for it the whole fucking way. Overuse the auto-tune, make it more dramatic. But it's fine. I think it's a fine song. I just don't love it in its entirety. Like I listen to the chorus, I'm like, I could totally get behind this, but then when it comes to listening to the whole song, I don't quite love it. So I'm gonna put it into YG's Dungeon. Because again, I would just up those vibes. I would up the auto-tune. I would make it more dramatic. And then, dumb down the other parts of the song that I don't quite like. Anyways, YG's Dungeon, it's good enough. I don't know. Card's comeback with Icky was definitely interesting. Icky from the 6 mini album of the same name. Okay, so I get the innuendo. The lyrics literally say my innuendo, and I got it. They weren't exactly subtle with what they meant by icky or sticky, icky sticky. The sticky in particular was very visually, stimulating. That sounded weird. I didn't mean it like, you get it. So this groovy song expresses the passionate feelings exchanged between two individuals. You don't even need to use your imagination, because she asked him for a tip, but he wasn't talking about guidance. I got the lyrics wrong, but anyways. So I think the song is really catchy, and actually, I'm not sure where to put it, because the first time I listened to it, I actually just closed it. I didn't even finish the song. I was like, it's fine. However, I did a reaction for channel members, ex-channel members, because I think I'm going to close my channel memberships, to be honest. It's something I'm thinking about, because if YouTube can just take the channel members away arbitrarily, maybe not arbitrarily, based on reused content, then maybe I'm just going to focus more on Patreon, to be honest. And that way, if YouTube does take away my monetization, takes away my income again, at least I'll have Patreon. I don't know. It's just, point being, I did do a music video reaction to this. And when I saw the music video and everything, that's the importance of music videos, because I just listened to Icky a little bit and I didn't, I closed it. But watching the music video and everything, it's a whole experience. And I did end up liking the song, and it did end up on my playlist. And so where would you put that? Would you put that in Cup of Milk or Grower? We'll put it in Cup of Milk for now. But I did appreciate the music video with all the liminal spaces. I thought it was really cool. Blackswan had a comeback with Karma. From their second single, That Karma. Now, if I base this solely on memory, I think production-wise, this was a huge step up to say their other songs. What were their other songs? I wrote them down here somewhere. Close to Me. I remember listening to Close to Me and loving the direction, loving the vibes of it. But the production was just, it felt a little Small Company. Nothing wrong with that. That doesn't immediately put me off of a song, but you can tell. Now, Rania / Black Swan / Black Swan, they've had a lot of lineup changes and whatever the case may be, but this lineup and this comeback feels quite solid. They did get rid of all their Korean members. It's just a totally foreign group, but it does feel quite solid. Production wise, the music video was also very beautiful, and the song is quite catchy as well. Where would I put it? I think we're adding a new tier. I think we're going to add a new tier, Save for a Rainy Day. So it's not a song we feel particularly neutral about, but it's a song that I think I could get on board with. I don't want to put it into potential grower, because we don't know if it's going to grow, but I do want to save it for a rainy day, because you sometimes have a feeling about a song, it's a great song, just not for right now. And maybe in a couple months, I'll revisit it and really love it. So we're going to save this song for a rainy day, actually. Okay, let's check out Dreamcatcher's comeback with Bon Voyage from their mini album Apocalypse from Us. So this is described as a progressive rock chanson with a psychedelic vibe created with electric guitar and synthesized sounders. I don't know if I transcribed that correctly from Soompi. The song expresses the wish for someone special to stay. The song expresses the wish for the someone Oh my god, the song expresses the wish for the special someone to sing Bon Voyage to the subject as they part ways. Okay, so the bridge is absolutely stunning, beautiful, ethereal. But the rest of the song wasn't quite my thing. You know, Dreamcatcher have a very, very specific sound, and it's just not always my thing. So I would personally skip this song. Next up, we have CIX with Save Me, Kill Me from their mini album Okay Episode 2, I'm Okay. This is a medium tempo future bass style song that expresses the painful emotions experienced by the song's protagonist after a brief ray of light in their life. Me, after getting I wrote so many demonetization jokes, they're not even funny now. So as you click on the music video, you're immediately met with like very deep imagery. The lyrics also evoke very strong imagery. So I had a premonition of the destruction you would bring. Yes, I made a choice knowingly. The song almost gives the love interest two choices. Yes. No, I'll say myself out. But they basically say, you're my curse and dazzling trap. Only other pain can heal this pain. Therefore, heal me softly or kill me softly. Honestly, I really enjoyed the lyrics. And looking into the lyrics while listening to the song at the same time was a nice experience. I ended up liking it maybe a lot more than I think I would have had I not looked into the lyrics. Or had the lyric, I always look into lyrics, had the lyrics not been beautiful. But it's basically like desperate pleas. Like you're the only one who can heal this pain by either causing more or loving me. So please do something. The issue is I don't remember what it sounds like. Like I remember really appreciating it, but I couldn't sing a line to you right now. I have no idea what it sounds like. So in that sense, it's kind of forgettable. I don't know. I feel really bad because it felt like a nice song. Should we listen to him? I'm going to save this for a rainy day. Okay, so AV6 dropped a mini album titled The Future Is Ours, Lost, featuring the title track Loser. Loser is an alternative pop dance track expressing the message of chasing the answer when faced with an uncertain future. So just based on the verses, I was not expecting the direction of the chorus or to kind of like the direction of the chorus. I would say I really casually like this song. Like it's funky in a way that I would probably usually side eye. This is another song I think I would say for a rainy day. Is that a cop out? I'm allowed to have give me 3 cop outs today, this month. Very had a comeback with Like Crazy. That was Jimin, actually. Crazy Like That, from their mini album Liminality EP Dream. The song is described as an industrial techno and UK garage pop dance sound with impressionable lyrics that positively convey their stubbornness to achieve their dreams. Me after getting demonetized. Okay, there's a part of the pre-chorus that sounds really sweet to me. However, the rest of the song is really not my thing. We're gonna have to skip it. Ikon joined a new agency apparently and got to stay as Ikon. That's interesting that we get to see that these days. SM could never. Has SM ever? I feel like SM just ready to sue anybody or get sued. So kudos to YG for being pretty cool, and JYP as well, because I feel like GOT7 did the same thing, right? Don't quote me on that. So they have released a third full-length album titled Take Off. So let's take a look at You. The song is supposed to show off Ikon's trademark energy, and I think, you know, the passion is there. Like, you got some sun kiss on your face. Ooh, I want to taste. I like the intonation that was sung with or sang with. Don't fucking correct my grammar, I don't care. As for the energy, I don't really know them well enough to comment on that, if like they maintained that YG energy that they had at YG, because frankly, Winner and Ikon, I never listened to them ever. I was at a K-pop break during that time. When people say I'm a YG stan, I'm like, I literally like 21 and Blackpink and Big Bang, kind of, excluding Still Life. I don't know what that was. I like the fluffy nature of the lyrics, but I couldn't sing a line to you for the life of me, so we're gonna have to put in Forgettable. Moving on to a debut of this month, so we have BoyNextDoor, which is apparently Zico's new boy group under KOZ Entertainment, which is a subsidiary of Hybe, but it's different from a Door label, which is an independent label under Hybe. So I don't know what that it's different in the wording that I read, but I don't actually understand the difference. But hey, both under Hybe. So we're actually have 3 title tracks, but we're only gonna go for Serenade because, to be really honest with you, they all kind of meld together into one for me. So listening to all of them couldn't tell you the difference. They sound the same to me. That's precisely the issue I have when it comes to doing album listening parties. It's all the same voices, all the same vibe. I cannot tell a single difference. But Serenade, let's talk about Serenade. So this captures the complicated feelings, nervousness, and sincerity of one's first serenade, conveying how even though they don't have anything to their names, they are confident of loving more than anything else. Anyone else. So it did remind me a little bit of New Jeans just because of some of the styling that they had. Like they had like teddy bears attached to them and stuff. Like it felt, I mean, I guess this is the future of 5th gen. New Jeans paved the way. Sound wise, it was definitely really cute, a little bit fluffy at the same time, very approachable looks. Not like they're not super good looking or anything. I just mean like styling wise and everything. It's not anything like super extravagant, like suits with fucking cutouts and the blazers or even like super cool looking stuff. It was more approachable. I'm gonna have to skip it. However, I hope you can understand. Give me a second because we're finished with the review portion of this video, but I want to show you my top songs of the month, which I checked out yesterday and it didn't seem accurate, to be honest with you. Like, there's one song in my list of Receptify, and I'm just like, bitch, I listened to that song twice, and it wasn't even willingly. So let's go to Receptify, and I'll show you. Oh my god. Can you see this? There's fucking Spicy on there. That can't be accurate because I listened to Spicy during my review. Like, if you watch my review with Spicy, you see I take my phone out to listen to Spicy, and that's the extent of it. Even though I went on my Spotify account and it's the same thing and it has Spicy. Okay. Weird. So the number one song is Beso. Then we have Karma by Taylor Swift, Queencard, and Erase Me. Those 4 songs I listened to like in a sequence over and over and over and over again. It was just so fun. I really enjoyed those 4 together. Then we have Alone by Kpop. That's, oh my god. Can anyone kind of confirm this? Like when it comes to Western songs, if you stream a Western song just a couple of times, it like automatically makes it into any of your lists. But I could stream a K-pop song so many times. I swear I listened to Icky way more than I listened to Alone by Kim Petras. Why is it so high? I think there's some biasness here. So then we have a love song featuring Mod Sun by Tomorrow by Together. I love that version. It's so wonderful. Fire by 17. Great song. Spicy. I don't even know what to say. I've literally been listening to Illusion, Black Mamba, Salty and Sweet, Savage, Next Level, and they put fucking Spicy. I literally don't get it. I don't get it. Other songs that I have to recommend to you this month are Hare Hare by Twice, Love Dive by IVE. I literally listened to Love Dive so much this month, and it's not even on my list. And that is basically it. Thank you so much for joining me. A huge thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel on a monthly basis. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.